Hey friends, it's your fellow singing engineer Moye III, and you're tuned into another STEM Music Moment.
Time for a STEM Music Moment, STEM Music Moment, STEM Music Moment, STEM Music Moment.
Today we're going to learn all about rockets, how big they are, what payload they carry, how they're guided, and guess what? You're going to have to pay attention because we're going to be learning key words that go into the lyrics of my new song, Rockets Go Up. So pay attention throughout this entire lesson so you know the key words when we get to the part where we're reviewing our lyrics. And then we're going to have fun with the STEM Music Rockets Go Up music video. Before we jump into this rocket lesson, let's do some rocket trivia. First question, what was the largest rocket ever built and launched into space? You're absolutely right. It was the Saturn V rocket, standing at 363 feet tall and weighing over 3,000 tons. This rocket launched men to the moon and also was used for the Apollo missions. By the way, Saturn V is a key word. The next piece of trivia we got is what rocket took astronauts Bob and Doug to the International Space Station May of 2020. It's a part of the SpaceX rocket family. What rocket was it? Y'all are geniuses. It was the Falcon 9 rocket. Falcon 9 is another key word. Now let's jump into this lesson all about rockets.
Rockets go up, launching really high. Rockets go up, flying through the sky. 3, 2, 1, the time has come, lift off, we can go to Mars. Rockets go up, soaring through the sky.
So let's talk about how rockets work. First, we need to talk about Newton's third law. And by the way, that's a key word. So Newton's third law says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So think about this basketball real quick. When you bounce this, it bounces right back up. I bounce it down, it bounces right back up. Why? Because that's Newton's third law of motion. And that's the same thing happening with rockets. When a rocket is blasting up, it's creating so much thrust and force that's pressing into the ground responds and pushes it up. So that is how basic concept of Newton's third law works within rockets. So speaking of the rocket engine, let's talk about the propulsion system of a rocket. It's comprised of fuel, oxidizer, and the rocket engine. Now, key words are fuel and oxidizer. When the fuel and oxidizer come together, combustion occurs. That reaction produces this powerful force that's coming out of the rocket engine, just like the one I'm standing under right now. So that reaction produces the thrust that's needed, or the force that's needed to blast the rocket into space. Now, as the rocket is blasting off towards space, it has different stages. Why is that? Because that fuel we talked about is getting less and less and less as the rocket goes higher. And so we have some parts, or as you could say, stages we no longer need. We need to reduce our weight to increase efficiency. So if you've ever watched a rocket launch, or when you watch one, be sure to pay attention to when those different stages get jettisoned off the main portion of the vehicle. Stage, by the way, is a key word. Did you know that every rocket has a guidance system? It's usually towards the top of the rocket, and it helps maintain balance. It steers the rocket to make sure it's on the correct trajectory. By the way, trajectory is a key word. You might ask, what does trajectory mean? It's just the path the rocket follows. So just like when you're in school and you're following a path to go from your classroom to the lunchroom, that's your trajectory. So that's the same thing that a rocket is gonna do. Now, within this guidance system, it has onboard computers and sensitive sensors. By the way, key words, computer and sensor. And they basically help operate and navigate for the rocket as it is traveling to its determined orbit. So another part of the rocket that gets a lot of attention is called the payload. So what does that mean? It means what the rocket will carry to outer space. Some of the payloads consist of satellites, rovers, consist of cargo, and even astronauts. Two key words there, satellites and rovers. So check this payload out right on top of this rocket over here. The last part we're going to talk about is when our rocket reaches its orbit. That's another keyword, and it's the last keyword. So when the rocket reaches its orbit, we can cut off the engine because we no longer need that power. So what happens when a rocket is in orbit? It can go around the Earth by itself, it can go around the Earth and meet up with the ISS, International Space Station, or it can go around the Earth in preparation to reignite its engine to go somewhere even further, like the Moon or Mars. Now it's time for us to jump into the lyrics for the song Rockets Go Up. I'm gonna give you the lyrics and leave some blanks, and you gotta fill them in. So here we go with verse 1. It says, first thing that you need to know about a rocket is gotta have the power so gravity won't stop it. Newton's blank law of motion is how the rocket goes up after a controlled explosion. Newton's blank law of motion. What law was it? Newton's third law of motion. Exactly. Next up we have gotta have blank and blank so the engine pushes the rocket even higher. Gotta have blank and blank. Exactly right. Gotta have fuel and oxidizer so the engine pushes the rocket even higher. And next up we have now it's on a blank, traveling beyond what the eye can see. Now it's on a blank. What was that path that it followed? You're exactly right. It's the trajectory. Now it's on a trajectory, traveling beyond what the eye can see. The next part says, no matter if it's blank or the rocket Bob and Doug rode blank. What were those two rockets we talked about at the very beginning? No matter if it's blank or the rocket Bob and Doug rode blank. You got it. Saturn V and Falcon 9. So the final parts of verse 1 are transportation to another place in a new millennium race. This is the vehicle that'll take you to outer space. Let's jump into verse 2 of the lyrics. It starts out with a whole bunch of blanks, but I know you know it. It says blank 1, blank 2, blank 3 of a rocket. NASA engineers got the sequence in the pocket. What are those blanks? We talked about a rocket having different blanks. I knew you guys would get it. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 of a rocket. NASA engineers got the sequence in the pocket. Next up we have gotta let the dead weight fall away to increase efficiency all along the way. Then we got the guidance system in place, keeping things balanced while moving in space. Next up we got blank on board and sensitive blank. We talking about a hands-free command center. You got it right. Computers on board and sensitive centers. We talk about a hands-free command center. Now it's time to go to the payload system. What you put in space when you really got a vision. Then we got talking blank with communication clearance. Mars blank. Yeah, we talking perseverance. What are those blanks? Talking satellites with communication clearance. Mars rover. Yeah, we talking perseverance. Can't forget the astronauts going up, interstellar probes with the right stuff. SpaceX, NASA, United Launch Alliance, no matter who it is, gotta know it's rocket science. Congratulations, you went through all the lyrics and you had no trouble whatsoever. I believe in you guys. So now let's jump into the brand new song, Rockets Go Up.
We call it STEMusic.
Ignition sequence. STEMusic launching in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rockets go up, launching really high. Rockets go up, flying through the sky. 3, 2, 1, the time has come, lift off, we can go to Mars. Rockets go up, soaring through the stars. First thing that you need to know about a rocket is gotta have the power, so gravity won't stop it. Newton's third law of motion is how the rocket goes up after a controlled explosion. Gotta have fuel and oxidizer so the engine pushes the rocket even higher. Now it's on a trajectory, traveling beyond what the eye can see. No matter if it's Saturn V or the rocket Bob and Doug rode Falcon 9. Transportation to another place in a new millennium race. This is a vehicle that'll take you to outer space. Rockets go up, launching really high. Rockets go up, flying through the sky. 3, 2, 1, the time has come, lift off, we can go to Mars.
rocket. NASA engineers got the sequence in the pocket. Gotta let the dead weight fall away to increase efficiency all along the way. Then we got the guidance system in place, keeping things balanced while moving in space. Computers on board and sensitive sensors. We talking about a hands-free command center. Now it's time to go to the payload system. What you put in space when you really got a vision? Talking satellites with communication clearance. Mars rover, yeah, we talking perseverance. Can't forget the astronauts going up in the stellar probes with the right stuff. SpaceX, NASA, United Launch Alliance. No matter who it is, gotta know it's rocket science.
Rockets go up, launching really high. Rockets go up, flying through the sky. 3, 2, 1, the time has come. Lift off, we can go to Mars. Rockets go up, soaring through the stars. Finally, we're at an altitude. We found the path we really wanna pursue. Cut off the engine cause we're in orbit. 0G and it's time for exploring. On a ride of a lifetime, floating all around Earth in flight time. One small step for humanity.